How long you in here for?
5 to 13 years.
What you do?
Rob a suit.
You got 5 to 13 for robbing a suit.
Next. We are talking. Get on up. This is another movie I had never seen, and this is my first time watching it. I have to start this by saying, for me, this was hard for me to sit and watch initially because I absolutely adore Chadwick Boseman, and he passed away like a few years ago. And personally, it's so hard to watch movies now because it still hurts my heart. Like, I did not know him, but I feel like he made such an impact in the movies he did, the type of acting that he chose to do. And so anything Chadwick's in, I have to like get my mind right because it's so hard. I'm like, I know it's him. But the thing about this movie is Chadwick Boseman transformed into James Brown, y'all. Like, after I had my mind right and I actually started watching it, I had forgotten it was Chadwick, and I was just feeling James Brown. Like, that's how good it did. I don't know if they had like the makeup to make his face, like the voice, like he did so good because he completely transformed to James Brown. And with that, one of the things I learned watching this is James Brown was hilarious. Like, y'all, I was cracking up, like just stuff he would say in the movie. And I don't know if he would go around talking in the third person all the time. Like, he would just be, James Brown is happy, James Brown is sad. Like, he would just talk to himself like that. And I don't know if that was real, but I was dying laughing. Like, just some things he would say, how he would act. He was funny. Along with that, I do think James Brown was a little crazy. And just seeing in that movie, I feel like you kind of saw that as well. And there were so many people in this movie, which I did not know. Like, it was just like the random actors who are so big right now, and they were like making appearances. I was like, oh my goodness, because it just so happened when I was watching this, my mom was in town, and she was like watching me watch, and she's like, you didn't know they were in? I'm like, no, I've never seen this. So I was just really excited about that. And just kind of diving into James Brown, like James Brown as a kid, like broke my heart. Like, he seemed like so sweet, so nice. The cards that he was dealt as a kid were really, really messed up. And honestly, it broke my heart. Like, I don't know, like just watching it because the way this movie was done, you start at a certain period in James Brown's life when he's an adult. And then there's kind of like flashbacks. Like, you'll kind of see James Brown in the present do something, and then it'll like jump to a flashback so you can kind of understand why he's made this decision, why he made this choice because of a circumstance in the past. So it was a lot of jumping around in this movie, and I feel like it kind of makes sense, but it was also kind of chaotic too, because you would be like I'm saying the present, but this is like the present for the movie, because I think it focused on like the 1970s. It focused on like time period in the 1900s. So I'm saying the present just for the present time in the movie. And yeah, so it would jump back, and it was really, really chaotic initially. Like, if you weren't really paying attention, you'd get a little bit lost. So keep that in mind if you watch that. So one thing too is that you see in the movie is that James Brown does not know how to open himself up to other people. Like, he's so focused on James Brown. Like, he is kind of selfish. He's just like, you wouldn't be anywhere without me, essentially. And so he has this guy who takes him under the wing, because at one point James Brown gets arrested and he's in jail, and he hears this group singing. And so one of the singers in the group takes him under the wing. They actually post his bail, and James Brown ends up living with them. And this guy is like trying to be the best brother. Like, he's trying to be a friend to James Brown, and James Brown just takes advantage of that. And by the end of the movie, James Brown realized like he did have a person on his side the whole time, because in his mind he's like, James Brown has to look out for himself. Like, he didn't feel like he had a support system, and he realized from this guy he did. And so he kind of has a coming to Jesus moment where it's kind of sweet. Like, he sings this song basically to this guy, and when he's in the crowd watching him, and so it's kind of like the guy accepts his apology because he was treating him dirty. James Brown was honestly treating everyone dirty in this movie because he was just focused on himself, and if it didn't affect James Brown, he didn't care about it. Yeah. So this movie was honestly a wild ride. I honestly feel like I had all the emotions in it too, because I had sad, I was happy, I got upset this movie. So it was definitely a wild watch. One of the saddest moments for me though is there's this moment where it's baby James Brown, and he sees his mom, because at this time his mom left because of James Brown. Dad was abusive. She's like, I can't take it anymore. She tries to take baby James Brown with her, and the father's like, you're not taking my kid. So then she just leaves. Baby James Brown sees his mom, and he's like, Mom, like, he sees her walking by, and he's like, Mom. So he like goes after her, and he's running. It's like, Mom, it's me, James. And he's like so happy to see her because he hadn't seen her for years. And the mom acts like she doesn't know him. Y'all, I had to stop the movie and take a moment because that hurt my heart. It really did, because I was just like, this kid was so happy. He was just like, my mom's back. She's here. She wants me. And it was instantly taken away. And so it just broke my heart. Like, that to me was the saddest moment. And I was like, oh, I felt for him. But yeah, so that was Get On Up. Let me know in the comments if you've seen it. I am thoroughly enjoying just watching these movies, just because I'm learning the background of these artists and kind of like who they were as people, because I just know their music, and so I think it's special to me. So I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. This has been another episode of Real Talk with Noelle.